Morning, morning, morning. Top of the AM to the people out there. What's good with y'all, man? Mall high salute. Mall high salute. Wow. I think the homie got his let me find out the homie got out of YouTube jail. Right. My bro, right. You out of YouTube jail, my brody? That's what's up. Hell yeah. I seen a couple videos, man. Good supporting the concert June 1st going down. It's going down. What's up with it, man? All high salute to the riders. We're gonna go over this schedule, and I'm gonna give you an honest opinion of what I think the Broncos' record is gonna be, what I think the Broncos' schedule is gonna be, and how it's gonna turn out, man. I've been seeing a lot of people glazing over the Broncos right now. It's kind of a crazy thing to me, and I don't really know how to take it, bro, because the last 5 years it's just been nothing but haters on the Broncos. Now everybody's glazing the Broncos. Everybody. Now that's all good and dandy to me, but I kind of like playing that underdog position. I don't know how I take the fools that were hating now, like literally just riding the Broncos coattail. So I don't know. You know what I'm saying? It's a different type of tune because the last 5 years everybody just hated the Broncos. Every media outlet, um, everybody just hating the Broncos for the last 5 years. So when now I'm turning on these social media sites and I hear everybody just glaze and talk about the Broncos have a chance to win the division, and these are bona fide haters, I'm like, homie, we don't need you. We don't need you to actually tell us this. We know this. As Bronco fans and Broncos country, we know this. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't need you guys to actually tell us this. I'd rather you not even say anything about the Broncos and just keep your hating ass over there on the other side. Because I really don't care about your opinion or views. So we gonna get to it, man. Let's break this down real quick. I need to get a pen. Hold it real quick. Y'all stay tuned. Hold it real quick. What y'all think, man? What y'all think the Broncos record is gonna be, bro? All my Broncos country. What y'all think the Broncos record is gonna be? I think the additions Broncos actually beast out, bro. It's not far fetched to believe that the Broncos actually can take second or even the division. Now, to be truthful, just to be 100, till I see it, I still have the Chiefs winning the division, but it's not far fetched that I don't see one of the teams, the Chargers or the Broncos, taking that spot um, from the Chiefs. I see the Chiefs actually, in their situation, fall into number 3 in the division. I know people are going to say that's a surprising aspect, but I don't really look at the Chiefs and say they got stronger all the way across the board. Just I don't see it like that, bro. I see that other teams did, but I think the Chiefs, they're going to have a dramatic effect with losing the Super Bowl and then trying to bounce back. So, let's go over this, bro. We have the opener home opener, homie, against the Tennessee Titans, right? And when I look at this match right here, bro, when I look at this match, I'm looking at a rookie quarterback going up against a top 5 defense. Let's be real. A rookie quarterback going up against a top 5 defense. I'm sorry, TA. I feel like this is not a good opener of the season for Tennessee because of the rookie quarterback. These dudes are about to headhunt the Tennessee Titans quarterback, the young rookie, bro. And when I look at it, the Broncos technically home openers, they don't lose home openers that much. So give me a win for Broncos country, home opener. We're going to have the crowd. It's going to be the home opener of the season. I might go to that if I'm out here in Colorado. But I believe that the rookie's just going to have problems with this defensive front. The defensive line of the Broncos is dramatically powerful. And then you put the secondary, bro, and just the whole lockdown of the defense. Bo Nix, I believe he's going to have a breakout year, like a super breakout year. Not no sophomore slump. Let's be real, man. So I'm taking Broncos country over Tennessee. So we start the season out 1-0 win versus Tennessee. All right. So the next game, we got the Indianapolis Colts. We play at their home, right? This is going to be a dramatic game because this is the thing is last year we took their spot. Really, they were trying to get in the playoffs. And whoever won that game really had a better chance to go to the playoffs. Broncos country, we get it done. You know what I'm saying? And we take their spot. We take the Bengals spot. But that game was the kickoff to the Broncos going to the playoffs. But I think, to be honest, bro, it's going to be the same outcome because I don't really have confidence in that quarterback play over there either. They didn't do too much to make me think that the Colts are actually going to be a factor. Broncos all the way around, bro. I see them beasting out. So let's start out the season 2-0. Broncos country 2-0 already at this point. I just think that with the team like that, bro, Richardson or whatever his name is, the Colts quarterback, he's still young, homie. And I think that this defensive front is going to be able to get at him. I think they're just going to manhandle their way, and we get the W on that. So Broncos country at this point is 2-0. Colts. So the next game, we have the Chargers, right? Now, this is a game right here. I believe both of these teams got better, homie. I believe both of these teams got better in the AFC West. This is going to be a game where you want to actually start winning the division. So Broncos country at this point has to start, getting the upper hand when it comes to this race in the AFC West. And I think this game right here, where is it? We travel, but that don't matter. You know what I'm saying? They don't really have a home field advantage with the Chargers. Broncos country will paint that stadium orange. And we're gonna see they predicted the Chargers to actually soup up and run for the division this year, but I really don't. When I look at it, bro, I don't really look at Justin Herbert and see that he's that aspect of player that's going to take the Chargers to the next level. And I believe that the Broncos are just focused at this time. I believe we split with the Chargers. We're not going to get swept, but I think the Broncos start out 3-0. And that's what I take, 3-0. Win for the Broncos. Boom. Let's see. The next game. Ooh, this game right here. This is another rematch. We got the Cincinnati Bengals, Lincoln Financial Field. Joe Burrow, man, he's an incredible player. Last year, we took these dudes to the wire. This is a toss-up game because of just the fact. Oh no, we play at Empower Field at Mile High against Cincinnati. This game right here, this was another aspect where we could have beat them and took their playoff spot like that game, and they beat us in overtime. Now, when I look at that, I look at it like, bro, these two teams in the AFC are going to be battling for the playoff spot, and this right here can come back to bite a team in the ass if they don't actually win this game head-to-head match, because later down the road with the seedings, I believe that this game right here can have a dramatic if the Broncos get in the playoffs or not. When I look at this game, I honestly give it to the Cincinnati Bengals. Well, I don't know, because it's home field for the Broncos. I believe maybe if I look at this aspect, homie, with the Cincinnati Bengals, this might be a revenge game, homie. This might be a revenge game from last year because we should have won that game, right? Joe Burrow, he's going to, you know what I'm saying? He's going to do his thing. He's going to get his money. He's going to beast out. But I think this defense up front, I think it just gives, you know what I'm saying, quarterbacks, and especially the additions. I think that this defense is going to give a lot of quarterbacks problems, bro. So let me get the Broncos in this game too. 4-0, bro. Broncos 4-0. Not sure of the record, but I feel the Broncos should take the next step this season by winning a playoff game or two. Yeah, I see that. I see actually that in the works, bro. Just, you know, the effect of Bo Nix, bro, having some weapons and a run game, I think that the Broncos take that next step. So we're 4-0 on the season so far next year. Now this is a game right here. I think that the Eagles all around right now are overpowered. I think them coming off of that Super Bowl championship. I think this is where the Broncos take their first loss. I think the Eagles get this. It's 11 o'clock game too, and it's over there in Eagles territory. Um, I believe that the Eagles are built to make another run. So I'm giving this game to the Philadelphia Eagles. So at this point, it's not bad though. When you look at it, it's not bad. The Broncos are 4-1 at this point. What you guys got? What you guys think? You think the Broncos win that game, or you guys think that the Broncos lose that game? Damn, I'm barely waking up. Sorry, y'all. I'm trying to wake my ass up. So we are 4-1 on the season so far, my Radas. So then the next game, week 6 against the New York Jets. Bro, there's nothing about the Jets that actually, when I look at the games and the matchup, I don't see that the Jets are better in any aspect of game, bro. Yes, it's on the road. We don't technically do good East Coast games. But I think at this point, Broncos country got a little bit of confidence because of the record they already have. They're building momentum. And I believe that we go into New York and we get the W, which the Broncos at this point are 5-1. That's my prediction. What's your guys' prediction? Are the Broncos 5-1? Have they lost more games? Broncos are 5-1 at this part of the season. Let me see. Okay, 7, 6. Fields and Wilson back together for the Jets too. And that's the crazy aspect too, is bro, is that when you look at that, and I'm not trying to disrespect, Russell Wilson, because I actually was riding with that fool during his Bronco era here. But I just believe when you rattle them dudes, bro, when you rattle them quarterbacks right there, I believe they get shaky, homie. And then they start doing bad things. And I believe this Broncos front defense side of the ball, the defensive line, bro, they're going to make it very hard for opposing quarterbacks to get any production. So when I look at that, Russell Wilson, Fields, when you look at that, it's like, bro, do we fear that? Like, is that a quarterback duel that you fear any of them quarterbacks? I say no. I say hell no. Nah. Hell no. You're gonna have to specialize in your game, bro, to beat the Broncos any given Sunday, right? And it could happen any given Sunday, but this defensive front with the Broncos, bro. Um, yeah, but who's throwing the ball to him? Who's gonna be throwing the ball to him? I don't believe in Russell Wilson anymore, man. He lost my trust. The Broncos have enough firepower, and when you look at the team, they're well rounded to go into a place like New York and get the W. So I take the Broncos getting the W in that game. What do you guys think? You think the Jets might be able to ball out and try to battle us? So then we go to the other New York team next. New York Giants. Now, is it a bye week? Do we get what would it kill? What's good with y'all, man? All high salute. Week 7. We go New York Jets. We stay out in New York, and then we battle the Giants. Give me a win on the Giants also, bro. Those are just teams that you just look at, and you're like, come on, man. The Broncos should be able to actually beat up on these teams, bro. It doesn't matter if they're in the East Coast or not. And that Jets game is a primetime game. That's another thing about this season. Another thing about this season, bro, the Broncos got primetime games. That's how we know. That's how we know people are starting to actually believe into this Broncos team because they gave us more primetime games. Um, yeah, they should win that. Then we go to their bigger brother, the Giants. I mean, there's not nothing on the Giants that actually say, man, if the Broncos play well-rounded football, bro, and they go in there with a scheme and they go and they execute, Broncos country got that. And they gotta come to almighty Broncos country, the mile high 5280. The Broncos are winning that. The Broncos are winning that all the way around, bro. Like, they're not coming to the home field, bro, and beating us. Nah, hell no. Nah. Hell no. So at this point, so I'm gonna be real. If I go back, let's go back, right? Because the Charger game can be a split. So that could be 2 losses, bro. Right now, bro, I'm seeing the Broncos actually capitalize off the schedule. And that's another win for the Broncos. Broncos versus the Jets. Win. Giants. All right, Broncos rookie running back 2 this year. Yeah, they're going super hard with it. So the next game we play against the Dallas Cowboys. This is gonna be a game that I tune into because one of my brothers, well, he's a Cowboy fan, and they haven't beat us since the '90s, bro. They haven't beat us since the '90s, and it's not starting this year, bro. We're gonna keep the streak going against the Cowboys, and it's in Denver too. Give me the Broncos, bro. We got the Broncos winning that. Damn, we're running the table this year, homies. We're running the table this year versus the Cowgirls. I actually like the Broncos running back, bro. That little youngster is gonna be nice. He's gonna be nice. They picked him up because he fits Sean Payton's whole scheme. He fits Sean Payton's whole scheme. So yeah, we got it. We got the Broncos winning over the Cowgirls. Houston Texans next game. Now this right here, CJ Stroud. I like that little dude, man. I think this is gonna be a battle. We play in Texas. We play in Houston. And I'm giving the edge. I'm giving the edge to CJ Stroud. I think they get it done. So that will be our second loss of the year. Damn, man. Wake up. I'm kind of tired, people. I had a late night last night. So at this point, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Broncos are 7-2 in my book. Texans game will give the Broncos fits. Yeah, they a well-rounded team, bro. They got a good defense. CJ Stroud's beasting now. It depends on how he's feeling. But right now, my gut is telling me that the Texans at home win the Broncos. It's 11 o'clock game too, and you know the history of the Broncos. We all noticed that 11 o'clock games have always gave us fits. And I believe this year, CJ Stroud, 3rd year in the league, I think he's gonna take his team to another level, bro. Like his first year, rookie year, he was beasting out. This dude was unbelievable. And I believe last year was the little sophomore slump, whatever they say. But I believe actually this will be a season that he goes over the board and actually gets his team over that level. So I think the Texans win that game because we got to travel. Las Vegas Raiders. The next game is the Las Vegas Raiders. So we taking a loss to the Texans. We taking a loss to the Eagles. Now, when I look at this division, bro, these games are very, very important to start reamping the whole culture with these wins against the division opponents. And there's no excuse, homie. There's no excuse. Broncos have to start. They have to come into these division games and understand what's at stake. We have to get it done against these division opponents. Like we've in the last couple years and some years, bro, we've took casualties to the division, and that's killed us. And we have to change that around as a team because if we want to go in that direction, we have to win these games. That's why I'm giving the edge to these division opponents. When we play these dudes, I'm giving the edge to the Broncos because I feel like they understand that you have to win these division games, bro. And I don't believe that in the past they put it out there that they have to win the division games, bro. I feel like they just kind of just didn't give a fuck, to be honest. And what's more promising, bro? Going Vegas comes here, bro, defending the home turf against the Raiders, homie, the hated Raiders. And I don't believe in any aspect the Raiders are better than the Broncos. Maybe the tight end position, but I believe that the Broncos, this point, understand. And I believe it's going to be the same outcome as it was last year. The Broncos get that done. Broncos country wins the Raiders in the first meetup of the season. Let's go, Broncos. Oh, and then Kansas City Chiefs come to town. That's crazy how they did that. So both of the division opponents, the Raiders and then the Chiefs in a row. And we going to say this, man. I think the Chiefs take a dramatic step back. I think the Chiefs take a dramatic step back, bro. I don't see them actually doing anything too much in the offseason to make me be like, okay, they just understand. I think that's that Super Bowl hangover. I think it's going to affect the Chiefs. And I think the Broncos are aiming for something bigger than the South. And I think that's the division. And they understand they have to beat these division opponents. So a power field at Mile High this year, mark it down. Broncos countries taking this from the Chiefs. The first game, it's going to go to the Raiders, and then it's going to go to the Chiefs. So, yeah, we get the W on that also, homie. What do you guys think about that? What do you guys have? What's your prediction for that game? What's your prediction for that game? Did the Broncos win the first game against the Chiefs? Do you guys still have the Chiefs winning the division? I have the Chiefs at this point winning the division, but it wouldn't be surprising if the Broncos actually take it from them or the Chargers. But I think the Broncos are more built to. So Broncos country, let's go for the win. I see us split with the Chiefs. Yeah, I do too. I see us actually split with the Chargers too. Split with the Chiefs. The Raiders can be a sweep, but if you don't come prepared, I think the Raiders can take one from us. You know. All right. So week 12, man. Oh shit. So did we? Oh no, that's a long boom. We got the bye. That's perfect timing, man. We get the bye week. We come back to the Commanders. Ooh. At their home, too. They got home field advantage in this game. We got to travel. This is going to show a lot, bro. Head to head, the rookies that came out of the rookie class last year. Who's better? Bo Nix, Jaden Daniels. They both took their teams to the playoffs. And there was who was the better rookie last year, right? Which I think I think Bo Nix did more with less. That's my opinion. Jaden Daniels had a phenomenal season last year, but I think Bo Nix did more with less. But we gonna see. I give the edge to the Commanders in this game. Just because I feel like right now they're built to actually compete all the way. And I think honestly he's going to have a tremendous sophomore season. I give the edge to the Commanders. So I'll say we're going to take a loss in that game. But it wouldn't surprise me if Broncos country actually could win that too. Dang, at this point, people, at this point, I got Broncos only having 3 losses. 3 losses, bro. Um, one against the Eagles, one against the Texans, and one against the Commanders. So this is a tremendous turnaround for the season for Broncos, bro. So let's go to the next game. Las Vegas Raiders again, which we've turned that stadium orange. So that's like a second home to us too. It's kind of like the Charger Stadium. Broncos country kind of invades that stadium. A lot of Bronco fans travel to Vegas. Everybody travels to Vegas. I'm gonna say it right now. I know Broncos country is gonna be mad at me, but I think the Raiders actually win the second game of the season against us. We split with the Raiders. Now we have an opportunity to sweep them, but I think the Raiders. I'm not too set on their whole foundation over there, but I think they did some upgrades. They got a nice running back out the draft. They got a tight end over there. Geno Smith, yes, he can be a regular season success story. So I'll give the edge to the Raiders at home. Broncos country takes a loss to the Raiders in that second game. All right. And then we play Green Bay Packers in Power Field at Mile High. I'm sorry to say this. This year we're gonna be actually decent at home. I feel like the whole energy of the team, bro, the fans and just how it's going. I believe this year it's gonna be a venue where it's hard to play the Broncos at home. Um, Green Bay Packers, they have a solid little squad over there. They got a solid little roster, but I think when it's all said and done, the defense is just going to play lights out. They're going to light up Love. They're going to eat. So I give the edge to the Broncos in this game. Hmm. Oh, man. 2 o'clock game against the Jacksonville Jaguars, another home game. I don't believe in the Jacksonville Jaguars whatsoever. It doesn't matter if they got Hunter, um, Lawrence. He hasn't shown me too much, bro. And I think the Broncos are going to be at this moment, at this time of the season. To be honest, look at me, bro. I'm trying to keep my eyes open. I'm hella tired, man. What's up with it, man? I need to get some juice in my system. All high salute. Oh damn. Oh, all right. Let's do this. I think they beat the Raiders. The Packers' big advantage is that they'll get them at home. Yeah, the home. And this is another thing is too, a Fizzle. This is the reality is at this point we're fighting for potentially the division, right? We're fighting for uh playoff seating. Like we know what's at stake down the last part of the season, bro. The long stretch at the end of the season, it's playing for meaningful football. So these games right now, every game matters. Well, and every game matters in the NFL, but these are very crucial games. And I think the Broncos get it done. Then we got Jacksonville. Like I said, give me the Broncos in this. Give me the Broncos in this. Jacksonville Jaguars. I just believe that the Broncos at this point are locked in. Broncos. Yeah, boom. Last game of the season, Arrowhead. Now, I'll say it like this, man. We are not. I don't think we're gonna sweep. So this can go both ways, homie. This can go both ways. I think that we split with the Chiefs. I think that this might be the game that we actually beat the Chiefs, but that's going to be a hard task at Arrowhead. This might be for the division right here. This might be for the division right here. And maybe we lose the first game. One of the games we're gonna lose to the Chiefs. But I think we split. I think we have the formula to now start competing with Patrick Mahomes and getting W. So one of the games we have to beat the Chiefs. I don't know which one it is. This one right here is going to be a way harder task. But if we happen to go to Arrowhead, which if we look at last year, bro, we went into Arrowhead, and if it wasn't for a field goal that was blocked, the Broncos actually would have won that. But this year, I think they're locked in, and I think that the Broncos gave a run for their money against the Chiefs, and they could get it done. So I don't know, but I'm gonna say that. Let's see. Let's see real quick. Broncos. Chiefs, man. All right. So you got that right there, man. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We gonna have 5 losses on the season. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 wins on the season, my peoples. What do you guys think, man? What do you guys think? What's up with y'all, man? I'm trying to wake up, man. My apologies. But yeah, 11 wins, bro. And that's not hard to believe. That's not a surprise. The Broncos amped up and they rebuilt it. They rebuild the foundation to win. I'm loving every aspect of it, man. I'm loving what the mindset is. It's kind of interesting to hear everybody glaze over the Broncos in the media and all these analysts and all these people that just basically do coverage of the Broncos. Everybody's on the Bronco train. It's kind of, I don't know how to take it. I really don't know how to take it. As a Bronco fan, that's just kind of, I had a chip on my shoulder for the squad, man. I had a chip on my shoulder for the squad, bro. And I really don't want the love. I don't want the love from all the haters. I don't want the love from the division foes. I'd rather you guys just tell us that we're not good. Because when we do start beating fools and beating their ass, and we start slapping them fools and making people eat their words, it makes us that much more fun to watch. It's not fun when you guys all glazing. Like get off, like all you haters, everybody that was hating on the Broncos, man, get off the dick. Like, sorry, excuse my language. I think you forgot about week 18. Oh, I did. Let's see. I'm tired, bro. I had a long ass night. He said, I forgot. Oh, let's see. Oh, okay. Los Angeles Chargers. Damn. See, the Chargers don't even mean too much to nobody, bro. I forgot about the whole Chargers, bro. I forgot about the whole Chargers. Forgot about the whole Chargers. I apologize. Damn. It could go both ways too, bro. So the Chargers game, right? I think we split. So, all right. Broncos, let's see, Chargers, they're going to be playing for the division. You know what I'm saying? We're going to be playing for the division. That game is going to matter. I'm going to say it like this, bro. I know people are going to be mad. Hey, I'm just going to say it like this because we had the Chargers numbers since we were being booty cheeks. And then last year we were lost to them. They swept us. They're going to get that win. The Chargers will get that win against us. You know what I'm saying? But we could sweep their ass too. We could sweep them. Um, all right, man. He said, "Here, let me get some coffee in my system, my riders. I apologize, man, for the shenanigans. But nah, for real though. The real subject is the real talk, my homies. You know, the real talk. This is I just I gotta say, homie, I don't want people to start sucking us up, man. What's up with it, my homie? Nah, I I was tired from the side job I did. Now we'll chop it up though, my homie. I had hit you. I was just trying to see how you was doing and shit, Brody. You know what I'm saying? I had a long ass day yesterday too, fam. Super long ass day. You know, so it's good to see you though, my homie. What's happening today? I'll hit you up a little bit later. Raiders on this on lock. I believe the Raiders are going to be better than last year. Definitely. I guess they're predicted to only win six games. I believe they can win. I believe just how the division is actually more strong. All the teams reamped and they revamped. I think the Raiders can win a little more than six. That's kind of a disrespect to the Raiders. They did a lot of moves. I don't know if we can buy into the Raiders at this point because it's the Raiders. Like you don't really have a lot of trust in it. But if they put it together, I think they battle. I think they're going to be a hella competitive. They're not going to be just the trash product on the field every single week. I think they give a lot of people problems. I don't think that they're at a level right now to compete for the division or anything, but you give them another solid offseason and drafts. I believe that the Raiders here in the near future are gonna be one of them teams, bro, that you know what I'm saying? You have to game plan for. Um, Most def hit me whenever I'm at work, slow motion with it. You already know. Um, it's crazy how the tunes change, though, man. Like in a matter of a year, bro. Since the Russell Wilson craziness going on in Denver, homie, like the mockery and the disrespect Broncos got. Now everybody's just glazing, homie. Everybody's just loving the Broncos and what they did. And I'm like, homie, can you guys just hate? Like, stay your hating ass over there, bro. I don't want to hear you actually suck on my team. I don't need you to suck on my team. I don't need you to actually praise. Like, just say stay your hating ass over there and watch these Broncos put in work. Watch how they dominate the squadron. Watch how they dominate this league. The teams that they play, they go and dominate. Because when you look at this Broncos team, they're well-rounded. Defense alone, homie, that's a scary, like any quarterback that plays the Bronco, that's scary, homie. Like, that's scary to have to go up against the defense like that. And not to mention, bro, it was scary last year. The additions make it terrifying, bro. The additions to the squad make it terrifying. And then you let them fools get one of the best defensive players in the draft to go on the other side of Patrick Surtain. He's just like Patrick Surtain, bro. Patrick Surtain is a scary player, a generational player. And you let them fools get another player like that. That's lockdown. That's a lockdown all across the board. Broncos are still averaging out more wins than losses, even with how terrible their record has been the last 8 years. Yeah, it's been incredibly tough, homie. Incredibly tough to watch this team. You know, because there was expectations, but the expectations I feel like really to be truthful, my homie, the expectations was put on a standard up here that we couldn't fulfill. Because if you look at the quarterbacks that came in the quarterback carousel, if you look at it, homie, what really did we think trying to like substitute these dudes in? Case Keenums, bro. I don't know what we thought. Teddy Bridgewater's, Joe Flacco's. Like that's crazy, bro, to think that's shenanigans, homie. They didn't. That was not going to work. It was not going to work, but I'm going to be real, homie. I'm going to be 100% real. I just think that the game plan going into the seasons them last years was like you can have a average quarterback with a defense like we have, and you're going to be successful. Even though we knew in the back of our minds, homie, even though we knew you won't be successful when it comes to playoff football. And you might not even make it to the playoffs because these dudes are not going to get you to that. Your defense is going to get tricked off. And it doesn't matter how much talent you have on the defense side of the ball, they're going to be winded. And they really thought this, homie, because the Super Bowl year of 2015, the defense carried the Broncos. Y'all quarterback now is good. He played a good season last year. Yeah, and the reason why he's good, and I had to argue with this with people, like, let's be logical, my homies. Bo Nix already was advanced because of just how much college ball he played, homie. Like people thought that was like a flex to say your quarterback's old. Nah, bro. He already was settled in to understanding football. Like he was a part of football in the college atmosphere for so long. So when I look at it, and I really look at it, and I boiled this down, and I depict it. Bo Nix was probably the most promising quarterback coming outside of the draft, like because he had more experience, bro. These other dudes are trying to figure this out. Well, Bo Nix, if you look at him, he's already comfortable, homie. Like he came in, and it was just like the game was slowed down for him. How is that a flex from the haters? Like, how are you thinking that's a flex if the game's already slowed down and he comes in and he's already ready? And when I say ready, bro, when I say ready, like put it in perspective, he came to a roster that technically didn't have wide receivers. Technically, the wide receiver core was dead last, almost dead last in the NFL, homie. Was dead last in the NFL. And he utilized what he had and took them boys over the top, and they got into the playoffs the first year he's the quarterback. And people are not seeing that's a problem. Like there's a problem. You guys are going to have a problem for years. This is not going away anytime soon. What's cracking though? You off work today? What you getting into the Memorial weekend? I'm a barbecue. I'm about to jump in this young pool. I got the jacuzzi, my brody. I'm in Green Mountain, homie. If you ever want to tap in and you in the Denver Metro, come pull up. Yeah, we got the jacuzzi, bro. We gonna barbecue. Today I didn't go to work. I kind of injured myself last night playing sports, but I'm relaxing, bro. It's nice outside. You know what I'm saying? I'm probably gonna go fishing, homie. Fishing's gonna be cracking this week. I'm probably gonna go hit the lake. I gotta go get some bait and shit. But yeah, I'm getting ready for that concert next week. Got practice, got to put up some posters. I got 2 posters left, homie. These posters right here, we've been going out in the Denver Metro, putting up these posters everywhere. Got about 20 of them bad boys. We're about to go put them out in the city, paint the city with posters. You know what it is. What you got going for the Memorial, fam? Valdez, what you got going for the Memorial weekend, man? What you want? But yeah, man. It's crazy, bro. It's crazy to really think, homie, like we going into another aspect of good Broncos era, bro. Like I got, and that's one thing that I just when it's a new off season, bro, with like your football team. And to know, and this is another dramatic thing too, to know, bro, that there's no real opportunity for you to actually be good. And in your mind, like you could say that you're gonna be good, but deep down in your heart, bro, there's so many holes on your football team or the sports team that you like that the next season, bro, there's not gonna be any change. I mean, there's not gonna be any change. Going into this offseason, we know that the dramatic change has come. For Broncos country. Graduation, yup. Graduation all across the board, my homie. Everybody's graduating, bro. I had like 4 different graduations in my family ceremony and graduation party. Party other than that, slow motion back in the gym Monday. Oh, nice. Yep, I've been on my true shit this whole month, hoping they play all the songs. Hey, it's going down, my brother. Can't wait to meet all the family, man. Yeah, they getting it in, homie. Like they got a nice little show tape, bro. I heard it. I was like, okay, you know what I'm saying? Okay, I could see it. Yeah. But yeah, we gonna blow it out the water, homie. It's gonna be a lovely night, man, for the Denver Metro. It's gonna be a lovely night for the Denver Metro. I'm pretty stoked, homie. Like our set is pretty dope too. It's gonna be a good night. Rapo Trues, man, they deserve this. It's their birthday too. Birthday celebration, homie. It's going down for them, man. So congratulations for them fools still up and running, putting music out. It's gonna be a good night, man. We doing a lot of things like we doing a lot of things for that night. We got a lot of stuff in store for that night, definitely. Hey, what day do you live out here in the Denver Metro, Valdez? You out here in the Denver Metro? Are you coming from Fort Lupton, like way out there? Let me know, homie. Maybe we'll pregame. If you out here Saturday night, no beaches. Ain't no beaches and ain't no. Let's play that real quick, Rodder. You got me in the zone, man. See, this is how you start out a good Friday, bro. This is how you start out the good Friday, man. I needed to wake up. I was a little tired. I gotta go hit some shoulders and chest. But Friday, man, it was a long week. Got to Friday. Thank God it's Friday. There we go. Bravo, true. Damn, it came up right away. I'm coming from G Town, but I'm coming to the concert. We chopped it up. We definitely pregame. Let's go. Rapper house, yeah. But that's a meditated, okay, time's real. For the real for the killers, where we have no beaches or palm trees, just G's posted up on the BLO double C. Creep with me, creeping it with they through my shit tape. We hit that last highway. Yeah, let me know, Brody. Let me know. We gonna get it in, definitely. Juice is living like soldier, and that's how it is, and that's how it did this ad as I slide and glide. Hit the ab like a true. You raise up your blocks. We coming from the deeps and the depths of the. We bang it to the. Rolling on a nice when the sky is the bluest. Hey, yeah. Cause ain't no beaches or no palm trees back in the brick city. Yeah, so I haven't, bro. I don't have a laptop no more, my homies. My laptop is straight flatline, bro. I'm so irritated, homie. I can't even do regular streams no more. I can't even do good ass uploads. They think so follow me through the hood daily. As the suns do shine when the strip is filled with me soldiers. Yeah, bro, but my laptop's done. Gats, my laptop's done, my bro. How much you gonna tax me to repair it, man? Up in the Denver city, just a clear blue sky in the mile high. Yeah, it just went out on me, bro. Like one day it was good, the next day it just didn't turn on. Now I'm over here sitting mad, like, damn, bro, I can't even upload no content, man. I can't even do a StreamYard. I can't bring nobody on the panel. On blocks, we bang the most gang bang effects of my killer low. Never will I hesitate to claim my state. Of the 303. Now y'all, cause ain't no beaches in my city, y'all. Label me the killer loco G, baby, the PAC. I'm from the blocks, not the killer Cali, bro. It be the CO, the aloe, the you know. Like the Mile High City, cause the Mile High City got gang. So just throw your hands up on your true city violence. It's all about the Trey, oh Trey. Trey, real underground soldiers. G-Side, True Ron Saya. Just swing to the EASTSIDE. I represent the cause I'm on my only. It's the C Soldier G, baby, C3, baby G from the East Side Murder. Yeah, this right here was the OG original. Cause it's alright, cause I'm little when I'm growing up. Yeah, man, that brings me back to the days, bro. Is that Lil Youngin still around? Yeah, he battled Too Short Son, my brother. He battled Too Short Son. That's Lil Bubba. Yeah, he's still around. He a midget though. The homie's a midget. The homie's like this tall, fool. He's that tall, my brother. But yeah, he battled Too Short Son back in the day at a concert. So, to be real, I'm gonna be 100% real with you, bro. Like the concerts of Rapo Trues used to do, they used to do big ass car shows, homie. There was like these big ass car shows that they used to do, and they would actually just rip the car show and just be the top liner of music, homie. And if you know the history about the Trues, bro, they had a lot of concerts like with big time artists, homie. I remember they have this thing. It was the Paramount, bro. It got set off. A Rapo True started banging with these fools from this other record label, homie. And when they did, it got out of control, homie. A big ass riot. The riot of the Paramount, homie. They was over there throwing hands, boom, boom, boom. But that little dude right there, homie, like when he was young, Too Short Son was out here and they started actually battling, bro. That's some history right there. Battling, homie. Yeah, he gets it in though, little Bubba. Oh damn, this right here got one down. Let's go. Yeah, that was the old school. Yeah, I'm excited for the concert. G, been on Denver Music, the classic. Hell yeah, man. We have to love the city, man. We gotta love the city. Only real box state business homies is gonna understand that though. Definitely. For a minute there, bro, I was a little razzle dazzled. I was a little upset. But because the town, it seemed like there was more haters in the town when we started first promoting this concert, but it's picked up. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people showing the love to the concert, man. There are gonna be a lot of people there. There's gonna be a lot of people coming to show love. Um, I just think in my mind, bro, like in my opinion, the only way we actually come up as a city and we come up as a community in Colorado is if our backyard starts being behind us 100%. It just seems like there's a resistance there at times. A lot of people just, for some reason, the box state, bro, it produces a lot of hatred, homie. There's a lot of haters, and it's like, a lot of other cities and states, bro, they show a lot of their local acts love and support. But what can you do? Me and my cousin, we went out last week to go put up some posters, right? And there was an artist out here, homie, and they had the Roxy jumping, and it was all kinds of Colorado fools that went to that concert, homie. It was all kinds of Colorado fools that pulled up to that concert. And I'm like, damn, homie, like this is how you guys is doing it for like the outside artist. You guys are buying up the tickets, and then you'll be the first to resist and be the resistance against Colorado based artists. And that was my whole thing. That was my whole thought process on that. You know, I was like, damn, homie, how are the homies in Colorado showing these fools from outside the state more love than they do out here in Colorado? And you can't tell me that you haven't heard no artist out here that just puts in work for the city. There's some good talent out here. I heard DJ Mustard is in town next weekend in the city. Yeah, DJ Mustard, bro. They got a little weirdo from California coming out here. They just had the Tech Nine fool, Tech Nine Strange Music, dude. He had that shit. He had that shit live, homie. He had that shit jumping. You know. But yeah, no, that's what it is, bro. Hope everybody's good on this Friday. I'm just chilling. I'm just relaxing, bro. I thought I'd come and say what's up. Thought I'd come say what the drill is with the family out here. I'm probably about to tap out, get out to this little Denver. Don't let these outsiders show more love to the box state music scene than you locals do. Y'all letting yourself down. And it's to be real with you, A Fizzle. I'm gonna be 100, bro. I'm gonna be 100. Like I'm gonna be real, bro. So my cousins, Arapaho Trues, the ones that's doing this concert, they started in the '90s, right? And even before that, they were a part of a lot of the wave of music out here in Colorado. This is a real history lesson, bro. They started with DJ Fame, homie. Concrete Poetry. I'm talking about legendary, legendary music pioneers of Colorado-based music. And when they first came out, bro, there was this saying that I heard from a lot of people out here in Colorado, homie. And it said, I do music too, so I can't support. And I always thought that was probably the stupidest saying that I ever heard out of here in Colorado. I do music too, or my family does music, so I can't support. And that was a real thing out here, homie. That was a real thing. It's like you want support, but you won't support the next man. You won't support the next artist coming out of Colorado. And not me alone, homie. Like I don't even say, like I've always said this, I'm not even a rapper, homie. I've done a lot of music and I've done a lot of bangers, bro. I got a lot of good music out there, but I'm not a rapper, homie. I never portrayed to be a rapper. But my cousins, they've done music my whole life since the '90s. And I'm talking about music that just that painted the city of Denver in this light where other people would be like, other people would actually see this from other cities and states, and people would be like this. Damn, you fools are from Denver? They had that aura about them. Arapaho Trues had that aura about them, homie. Where fools from other cities and states learned about there was actually music out here in Denver. And I'm not saying that to like boost any egos or anything, but Arapaho Trues was one of them groups that paved the way and shine light on Colorado, homie. Getting more love from other cities than actual Colorado. Now, don't get me wrong, there was always love for Arapaho Trues out here. But bro, the doors that they opened for the box state, homie, you want to say doors being open? Arapaho Trues laid down foundation for what we have today, homie. And people will be like, it's a different era. But if they didn't really kick off the aspect of music, I don't believe it would be anywhere near, homie. You would still have the fools that just don't know how to put out there in business and put that light to Denver. We got artists now. Don't get me wrong. There's good artists. But Arapaho Trues came out in a time, bro, where it was hard to be a rapper, especially being from the east side and being Mexicano, bro, and having that sound that people were magnetic. It was hard, homie. It was not a thing that, it was not like how it is today. Everybody can rap. Everybody raps. Back in the day, you really had to have talent for people to listen to you. Nowadays, everybody raps and everybody's a rapper. There's a million rappers in the city of Denver, right? But at that time, it was only real fools that actually had talent to rap. And the Arapaho Trues was one of them groups that just had that talent. Not only that, they networked with a lot of people in other cities and states, bro. They networked with groups outside of the city and state. Got to support to get it and respect it and get it. It's a common sense. Thank you. It's that easy, bro. It's that easy. It's that easy. Now, me as an individual that was around that, homie, I'm gonna be 100% real. I kind of got to a point because, homie, I'm talking about to doing whole tours to basically getting in front of rocking these theaters and amphitheaters with the best of the best, the fools that are acknowledged in parts of their cities, to the city of Denver, like just having a lot of hate towards each other. It kind of just showed me, bro, like coming out of Denver, homie, coming out the music scene, coming out of Denver, it will always just be what it is. To be 100% real with you, it will always be what it is. It will never be bigger than it is than it needs to be. It will always just be the box state. I don't feel like, and the reality is because the backyard doesn't get behind each other. I don't feel like there's actually going to be an artist ever to come out that's going to blow out of portions to basically be around the world, homie, on a global aspect. I don't, because there's so much hate in the city, homie. There's so many haters in the city. I don't I just don't see it. I don't see it, homie. The only way I think you would maybe be able to do that is if you traveled and you stay traveling and you don't even be in the home state. You don't be in the box state. You travel and you go promote and you travel and you go to city. That's the only way, bro. But besides that, if you stay out here in the box state, I don't believe you. I don't believe there's going to be an artist ever to actually get to that scale out of Colorado. And that's not me hating. That's just me seeing it for what it is. That's the reality. We don't back our homes. We don't back our home state enough, homie. There's not enough people. I've talked to people outside of Colorado, homie. And they tell me, homie, and this is other people looking in. And I know people are like, they're not in our home state, but this is what they see. This is what the masses see. They say, you guys don't have enough pride in your city and state. You guys don't have enough pride in your city and state. Meaning there's not enough people that actually, you know what I'm saying, love the city and state like they're supposed to. They're not represented in a rightful manner. Everybody, and this is the crazy part because it was like mind blowing to me. They say Colorado don't even have its own identity, homie. Colorado and fools in Denver want to be everybody else instead of having their own identity. And it really hit me because I used to take that as people are hating because they don't understand. But when I look at it, it's a lot of truth, bro. It's a lot of truth. Instead of making the home state look hard and represented in a rightful manner, everybody just wants to act like they're from somewhere else, act like they're from this other area. Like, homie, you're not from nowhere else. Like, represent your city. You're from Denver, Colorado. Midwest, Marada, Midwest to be 100. Like, that was a beautiful sound. That was a beautiful sound. And at that time in the 90s, my homie Valdez, I'm not going to lie to you, homie. I don't know how many times we travel to other cities. In a rap old truths, man, they overtook everything. Like, a lot of people was digging the truths, bro. A lot of people, like a lot of cities and other places, bro, love, homie. There was so much love, homie, for the truths. But the box state, the Denver metro, homie, it was always some haters, homie. Oh, them fools are braided down. Oh, them fools are Mexicano. Oh, them fools is this. Them fools just some east side. Like, it was like there was no love. And that actually that brought a lot of drama because Rapo True just got to a point where they would go everywhere, homie, and they would let that alpha out, and then they would end up beating fools up. I don't know how many times I seen a Rapo Truth just had to go on somebody's gums. So then that brought a lot of drama. That brought a lot of conflicts because everywhere they went, there was always hating ass fools, and the hum and my older cousins would never just chill back and just them fools was the type you gonna bring that energy, we gonna go in your gums. And that's what happened a lot of times. And not to boost up the whole aspect too, is that was a different look, homie. That was a different look. Fools of their caliber being braided down. They were the first fools to ever do that. Now you got a lot of Mexicanos out here in Denver, braided down, dicky down, trying to have that swag. But a rap old truths made that shit popular. They made it noticeable because that was their whole thing. Braided down East Side Project babies, right? Now everybody wants to do that. You see all these little fools from every different area got the little cuts and then they braid their shit. The Truths was doing that shit in the 90s and the 80s, bro. Is Denver Nuggets still in the playoffs? Nah, hell nah. They got exited out the playoffs. I know DJ Quick was very, very vocal when it's saying Denver was yeah, and it was because his entourage got um they got ran up on from Denver. Denver fools went. That's the truth. They ran up on the entourage and started mixing them fools up. You know, so DJ Quick made a song. Definitely, bro. He made the song about the city. He made a song about Denver. Wants to be like Compton. You know, and then he apologized. He apologized. That's real history too. He apologized. He said he even came out with an interview just recently talking about I should have never did that. I was young. He knew he was in wrong. He knew he was in the wrong. But that's what I'm saying. Them fools that beat up DJ Quick's entourage and different things, bro. At that time, like because there was just nothing but Denver natives, really. Like Denver had pride, and this is what I'm saying. We got away from that, homies. We got away from that. At that time, the pride for Colorado, homie, people love to be Denver natives. Like we had pride, homie. We had pride. We had pride in everything we did. We had pride in every aspect for the Mile High. You couldn't just come out here and disrespect us, bro. You couldn't come out here and disrespect Mile High. DJ Quick tried it. Started tripping on fools from Denver. And I heard it was some other fools too, but what happened? They made statements. You can't come into the Box State. You can't come into our backyard and just think you could do whatever you want. There will be repercussions. And then what happened? Got to a point, they closed down that. I mean, you could say whatever you want. That concert got closed down. It got shut down. Them fools ran up on stage, was not playing. You in Denver, homie, you're not going to come and disrespect. And that's what I'm saying. We used to have that type of pride. Now, fools can come and set shop up in Colorado and Denver, homie, and there's no repercussions. Like, you could come and disrespect a fool to his face, and ain't nobody is pushing the line for that shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody's pushing the line for that shit. And I just find that just kind of crazy because it's like, homie, you're not from nowhere else, homie. Like, you're from Colorado, bro. This is just the reality. You're from Colorado. You were born out here, homie. Like, stop acting like you from somewhere else and just make your city look hard, homie. Just let it be known you got love for the city, bro. And there's not enough of us to do that. That's the truth. There's not enough. Denver fools took flight. Hell yeah. Boom, 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 boom. You know what I'm saying? Like real shit. I'm gonna be truthful, homie. I used to know major fools, bro, that just had pride for the city. It didn't matter what hood you were from either. It didn't matter if you was from the west side. It didn't matter if you was from the east side. It didn't matter if you was from the north, the south. It didn't matter. Even the A-town fools and all them fools was getting it in. From Pueblo to Greeley, homie. Greeley to Springs, Springs to Grand Junction. There was always some individuals that had pride was proud to be from the Box State. And somehow 2000s kind of erased that shit, homie. Somehow 2000s erased that shit. And I don't know if it's just because so many transplants, and maybe that is. Maybe because the transplants coming out here. They found a way, homie, to infiltrate all the hoods, to come over here and fluctuate their politics and bring all their shit out here. And it kind of distorted the Box State. Kind of distorted, bro. It distorted it. And as a legend, and a fool that's put down for the city of Denver for my whole life, you can't say nothing. There's nothing in my car that will ever say any different. I represent everything Colorado. Homie. I don't represent anything that's not Colorado. Everything is Colorado about me. Because why? I don't know anywhere else. I don't know anything else, homie, but Colorado. I'm going to represent my homes. I'm going to represent my home, bro. Nothing else matters to me but Colorado, Box State. That's all that matters. I'm from here, homie. I was born at DG. I wasn't born nowhere else. So all that stuff is irrelevant to me. Everything else is irrelevant to me, homie. I'm not from nowhere else. But I'm to a point, homie, that this city it's so different. Your boy Savage Sev is heading out, homie. I'm heading out of the Box State. I'm going. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to see other parts of the world, bro. I'm going to. What's up with it? Miguel? What's cracking with you, bro? Mall High Salute. What's good with you, fam? I can't wait to see the homie, man. We gonna go to the Rockies game here soon. I am from Denver, but I live there off and on. And every time I'm in the city, I cruise fast. Let's go, man. If you know, you know. That's another thing is too, bro. Like that type of shit. Monuments and different things we were known for, bro. Like you just bring up a good point. Federal Boulevard, that was the strip, homie. That was the strip. When I was growing up, that was the strip. And why I know it's changed is because people that are from other cities don't even know about that shit, bro. When I was growing up, you had to know about Federal Boulevard because Federal Boulevard, it got too packed for you not to know. On a Sunday and Saturday night, the strip was popping, bro. Everybody brought out their cars. It was a big ass Denver event every summer night, homie. And if you weren't from here, you would know because you couldn't drive on Fedro. There was no way you were driving, bro. No way. It was too packed. And now you can't even drive on that shit like that no more. That's gone, bro. That's in the Denver history. There's actually an anthem that was created before Fedro. When I stroll Fedro, chop down, rolling real slow. That's an anthem, bro, because that was the boulevard. Everybody in the town, homie, knew about that shit. That's kind of history. That's kind of in the history books, bro. You go over there, that shit's dead. The popular Jumbo's car wash, gone. They eliminated that shit, turned it into a whole 7-Eleven. Have a great Memorial weekend, man. Shout out to you. Shout out to the family, bro. You know? Yeah, so that's kind of what it is, man. That's kind of what it is. You know, to the aspect of like just the pride of like what we had in the city, bro. All the projects are torn down. If you're from any type of project housing, bro, there's not really any projects left no more. I'm gonna tap out. Hit me later. I got you, Rada. Mall High Salute. Have a good day. Have a good Friday. You know, get that money, my homie. Get that money. You know what it is. But yeah, now that's just a complete truth, bro. That's just complete truth. All the housing and the low income housing we grew up in, everybody from the metro, it's not the same no more, bro. They tore down a lot of it. They tore down a lot of it, bro. I was in the east side the other day, bro, and they got streets that are blocked off, don't look the same. Properties looks crazy. Like, damn, fool. This is not the east side no more, homie. This ain't even the east side no more. Made all the families go out the east side and relocate. North side, Highland, they call it the Highlands and all that shit, bro. Like, it's just different. They're starting to do that in the Westwoods now. They're starting to do that in the Westwoods, bro. And it's like, damn, bro. By the time you know, in a couple years, the last of the history of the hoods, the history of the hoods are gonna be gone, bro. There's not gonna be no sign of the history of hoods, bro. Once the Westwoods go, bro, the Denver Metro is done. Like any type of history of people that really grew up out of here, it's done, homie. Rhino did, yeah. I don't even say that. I can't even fathom to say Rhino District. That shit is so disrespectful. I was down there, and yes, it's cleaned up and everything, bro. But all that shit, bro, just took out all the history of families, homie. That's the sad part. You know, people just don't even know like how important that shit was to families, bro. The Rhino District. That sounds dumb, homie. That neighborhood was so important to families, bro. That neighborhood has so much rich history, and they distorted that shit, bro. They infiltrated that whole aspect. I mean, it's not even the same no more. It's kind of, I'm gonna be truthful. It's kind of embarrassing, to be honest. It's kind of embarrassing, bro. You know, real talk. Nah, that's how they do it everywhere, fam. That's how they're doing it everywhere, Fizzle. That's just sad, homie. That's just sad because, like, that's one thing. That's one thing we used to take pride in, bro. You know, we used to take pride in that shit, fool. Changed. I know people. I done heard people say, "Ah, you're so scared of change." Nah, bro. What I'm irritated about, it has nothing to do about change, bro. It has something to do about erasing erasing history and just acting like it's okay, you know? And it's nonchalant. There's no care in the world for like family members that had to leave. That's the shit that irritates me, you know? That's the shit that pisses me off, bro. And it ain't never gonna affect the people coming in because it's just like, you know, they don't have no ties to that shit. So they're just like nonchalant about it. And I don't, and I really don't, I really honestly, I always ask myself this too. When they did that shit, when the city of Denver did that shit, bro, and they just didn't care, they didn't have no care for people, how they would feel. To them, was it just all about just the money aspect, how much money they could have made off of transplants? Like they gave a fuck about the residents. They didn't care about the residents out here. They were just like, we're gonna cater to the transplants and we're gonna do our own people dirty. Because they did the metro dirty, bro. They did the Denver metro dirty. And it's like we don't care about our own residents. Let's just cater to the transplants. And I don't have no problem with transplants, bro. I don't. I don't have a problem with transplants. What I have a problem with is you disrespecting the culture and the history of Denver. You know what I'm saying? And thinking you can do it. That's kind of what I have a problem with. What do you guys think about that? All my Denver natives, all the fools that done seen that in their home state, or even out here. What you guys think about that? Is that an aspect that we shouldn't worry about? Because to me, I feel like you should worry about shit like that. Maybe that's just closed minded, but I feel like for myself, you should worry about shit like that. You know, maybe I just think a little too much. Rhino District. That just sounds stupid, bro. Rhino District. Damn. So what part of Georgia though, man? They doing the same here in Georgia with our hoods. Damn, bro. That's terrible, homie. That's terrible. That's a terrible atmosphere, homie. That's a headache in itself, man. That shit is wild. So now, an individual like myself, I just made a decision. I'm like, homie, I gotta go see. I'm gonna leave the city for a minute, man. I gotta go see what other states is about, bro. Go say what's up. Now I'm gonna be the transplant. But in a sense, I'm not gonna ever, you know what I'm saying, go to somebody's city and be like, just disrespect their soil, their soil. I'm gonna always respect where I'm at. I'm gonna go show love, respect. I come with respect. I'm not gonna go try to go to another city and get to disrespecting another city and just like being disrespectful. Because there's a lot of fools that come out here crying too, like always talking about their opinions about what it is and what it and then what I the individuals I really don't get that is mind blowing to me is fools that will come to Denver and be civilians when you're passing through, but then talk about everything streetwise, politics and gangs. Like, bro, to me, I can't even fathom that. Because you go out to another city, I'm not really paying attention to like what the fuck you fools are doing in another city's streets, the politics to another city. That's just kind of like it's not gonna benefit me. That's not my backyard. But I've seen that a lot when people come out to Colorado and Denver and they start talking and putting it out there like what's going on in the city, like yeah, politics. And I heard this shit too before. Shit is soft. Of course, homie. Of course. All I say to the fools that say that and put that out there about, Denver Metro soft and this and that, it's like maybe you the one that's soft, bro. If you're so hard and that's what you're focused on, why don't you just go get active or something? If that's what you really want, you want that type of energy, go get active. Go trip with somebody. Go to somebody's hood and trip. Maybe you're the one that's soft. Maybe if that's what you're focusing on and that's what you're doing, maybe you're just soft that you ain't really nobody really looks at you and says, "Hey, that's somebody in the streets. Let me trip on it." But then I'd ask myself too, why would a person even want that? Why would an individual want that type of aura around them? Um, when I go to other cities, I focus on event. Thank you, bro. Focus on events. Focus on the good things. Fiestas, festivals. You shouldn't come. You shouldn't go to a city and focus on what they doing in the streets, like real shit. Real shit. What's the point of that? I don't understand that whatsoever. Yeah, good vibes, homie. Good energy. Yeah, that's what I do. That's what I go out to. I honestly, to be truthful, and that comes back to me. That comes back to me. When I went to other cities and states, oh hell yeah, man! I try to do something. I try to do a little something, something. I try to do a little something, man. You know what I'm saying? I try to do a little something. Yeah, we in the process of packing up some shit too, so it's in disarray right now. Um, but the walls is tight. Got the little hat collection. Um, when I was in other cities and states, bro, I didn't really to be honest, to be 100, I didn't really know. I really didn't really know the aspect of what was going on because I didn't really focus in on that. I didn't focus in on what was going on. I stayed in my lane, you know what I'm saying? But come to reality is we was in some crazy ass places, bro. And like I said, I went out there as a person passing through, a visitor, and I really didn't, you know what I'm saying? I really didn't tune into that because that was not my whole get down. That wasn't the whole energy I was bringing out to another city and state. That's why when I come to Denver to visit my family, I have a good time. Yeah, bro. That's what I don't get. That's what I don't get about people. They'll come to Denver and then automatically, bro, when anything's talked about, if they see something in the news that some fool got shot up, there's a million people that will give you their opinion on how sweet Denver is. I'm like, I don't understand why you would focus in on how sweet or how tough or even the murder rate, bro. They start talking about the murder rate right away. It's like, bro, instead of focusing on this person that got killed and saying, hey, that's a tragedy, people will start talking about there's no streets in Denver. I'm like, I mean, that's the reality is there's people dying to senseless shit out here in Denver on a regular basis to a aspect of streets. There's people that get killed every day. You hear about that shit every day. Somebody getting shot up, and to try to glorify a murder rate, it's just shenanigans to me, bro. Because anybody dying over the streets or gangs, it's just pointless, homie. It's just pointless. There's too many people dying. Um, I'm looking at a couple different places, but the first direction I'm going, I'm headed out towards Vegas at this little place called St. George, Utah. It's about 45 minutes away from Vegas, bro. My wife got a job out there, so we're gonna go see what's up. Um, you know, and that's the truth. Like a little advice for everybody, man. You want to have a good time, homie. You guys want to have a good time. When you go to other cities, don't focus in on what the hell's going on in the streets. Leave that to the people that live there. Like they got to deal with that bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Go enjoy yourself, bro. Beer, drink, beer. Yeah, bro. That's what I like to do. Like when I was, that's what I'm saying, homie. That's what I'm saying. Um, let's see real quick if it like Baltimore but bigger and spread out. You know, I'll say it like this, and I could be 100% real. You could never, ever, ever, ever compare and contrast. Like you can't even try to put bigger like poverty states to Denver, right? Because when it's all said and done, a lot of like let's take California and shit, right? From southern Cali all the way to northern Cali, there's a hood presence all throughout that shit, right? And there's parts that are sketchy, hood neighborhoods all throughout that shit, right? It's a bigger population, homie. Chicago, a bigger population that they have out here in Denver. Like the population of the streets out here is gonna be smaller, bro, because of the money that comes around, bro. Like there's a lot of parts of Denver that's actually nice. Other cities and states, they're so run down and broke, everything is poverty. So you can't compare and contrast murder rates and this and that. But for what the streets are, it's a very dangerous game out here in Colorado, bro. It's very dangerous in Denver. I'm gonna speak on Denver alone. For what the streets are, the population of banging, it's very dangerous because if you're in that, I mean, there's a danger there if you're in there. If you're tapped into that shit, you have to keep your head on a swivel because you never know who you're gonna run. And that's one thing about the city is that you'll run into people everywhere. People dying left and right, bro. Everybody in my family and relatives, I got males in my family that done died from gang violence. I got a dad that done got killed from gang violence. Uncles, I've been hit. Family members been shot up. Like, I mean, it's just if you're tapped in or not. That's the bottom line. Um, Let me see. Or I lived outside of Denver. It was all people from the Midwest. A lot of people travel out here. Definitely, yeah. It don't got a amount of people out. Step once dispensary. It seemed. Yeah, I mean, like danger level. Well, that's the thing about it is to be 100% the danger level to be. And when we speaking about that, it's the people that are fact. It's the people that got resumes, that got history. It's the people that got history with family, personal beefs, and personal gang beefs. And if you have different things going on like that, it's going to be very dangerous for you because you can run into people anywhere that's from opposite foods that got history that, you know, that's when it gets dangerous. But if you're just like a ordinary person that's and no disrespect, a nobody, you're not, you don't recognize to like nobody recognizes you or don't know you in that sense, you're gonna be absolutely okay. So a person that's coming out here that's just visiting, nobody is gonna look at you and think that you a threat to nobody, bro. Nobody's gonna look at you and and say, "Hey, we're gonna press this dude." Nah, I don't go down like that. Like you're a nobody. You don't bring a threat to nobody. Nobody knows who you are. Yo, at work, so said, what's up with it, brother? All high salute. All high salute to the Brodies, man. How you guys doing? You know? And that's where I get back to that. If you focus in on that, and that's where your mind's at, that's the energy you put out there. And if you ain't getting that energy when you come out here and that's what you're focusing on, maybe you're just if you say the soft and sweet, maybe you're just the sweet one because you ain't the one that's actually aggressing on anybody. Go somewhere in the city of Denver and go aggress on some fools that look like they're banging. See if you get that same energy because you might just get that. Go out there and get some press and hopping out on fools and see what kind of energy you come across. Maybe it's just your aura and nobody look at you as a threat. Nobody cares about you. Maybe that's that. But if you want that energy, that I mean, there's people out there that give you that energy, my homie. You know what I'm saying? Like to be real. I done seen fools out here come out here and fuck around with the wrong people and get caught up and get their life took in the Denver metro. You know, you got any helmets or anything? Nah, you know what? To be 100, I'm gonna be real with you. When I get to where I'm going, I'm gonna build a hell of tight ass man cave, and I'm gonna start probably collecting. I got the mini helmets. I got some mini helmets, but um, this was something new. that me and my wife came and we came to middle ground. We built her a nail thing in her room where she could do her nails because that's what she does. Um, and I was like, I'm gonna build a man cave, but when I get to where I'm going, bro, I want to build a hella big man cave, and I'm gonna get all kinds of collector's items. So I got these mini ones. You know, it's just the mini ones, bro. It's not nothing too spectacular. I do little projects, but it's these ones right here, bro. You know what I'm saying? I think those are cool. I'm gonna start getting the bigger ones. But yeah, we got the original Broncos. Boom. We got that young. You know what that is? Those are nice right there. And then we got these. Yeah. So a new project I'm working on. I'm actually working on this boy right here. I'm gonna paint that, and I'm actually gonna sew that up, and it's gonna be a purge Bronco mask, bro. Yeah. It's gonna light up, and I'm gonna go to the games costume down. This is another thing that I'm actually building too. I'm gonna start putting them plastered on, but it's like my card flag wall with all kinds of Philip Lindsay and Jerry Judy. I had that fool's jersey, but yeah, different thing. Remember that, Clint? Remember that right there? Who knows that, boy? You know what I'm saying? Damaris Thomas, old school Alway, Champ Bailey. If you know, you know. Who was that young stud right there? My favorite player of all time, though, bro, is this guy. That guy right there. Boom. OG Steve Atwater. And I got his jersey right there. That was my favorite safety in the game. You know. But shout out to the Rotters, man. Terrell Davis, yeah, let's see real quick. I got the young Davis too. I got a lot of little things around DT. Boom, check this out. You know what it is. I got a cool jersey from one of my subs, people. I got a cool ass jersey from one of the subs. This is that Super Bowl, that young Super Bowl edition. The young wolf in it. And I got some Timberlands, boom, Broncos, the 50. Oh shit. Super Bowl. Yeah. Damaris Thomas. So before I started hanging up the jerseys, I was actually gonna paint my wall, bro. It was gonna be a big ass D. This was because I asked my landlord if I could make this a big ass Bronco mural. And I was gonna paint the whole wall blue and orange and have that old school D. See, I could draw a little bit. But yeah, nah. Yeah. But I'm in the process, but I got all these cool little things too. I guess look at TD, we talking about Terrell Davis. We got all that. My wife actually, she got me all these little stickers and things, and they go across my whole wall. Boom. Yeah, I come. Just little things, and this right here is kind of cool. That shit opens like a hole. Boom. So I had showed I started getting into puzzles, man. I started doing these puzzles of the Broncos. I did the whole puzzle, people. Broncos puzzles. Put them on there. I was proud of that shit too. People were like, damn, fool, that's a weird hobby, but hell, I'm the one that did it. Yeah, so that's kind of a little cool little collection of, you know what I'm saying, of the man cave a little bit, Super Bowl, and boom, we got John Elway, little quotes. Terrell Davis, another one, TD. But this was some subs gave me these two right here. The subs gave me these old school teams, bro. Orange Crush, real Orange Crush shit. shout out to all the real fans out there, man. Uh, the Atwater at the LA Coliseum, cool. Yeah. Yeah, that's dope. Yeah, man. It's my assassin. Let's go. That's my dog right there. I got an Atwater through the mail last summer. Nice. Atwater was my favorite, bro. I actually met that dude. Alway's my favorite Bronco, but Steve Alway. Yeah, Alway, like me, you ain't never gonna have an argument who was the real Bronco, John Alway, over Peyton Manning, over everybody. Alway was my dude, bro. I grew up watching that guy. So, I know that he didn't when he became a GM and shit, he didn't do the best decisions of all. But if it wasn't for Alway, all three of our Super Bowls he was like a part of. You know what I'm saying? Like the Broncos are not the Broncos without Alway. So, you know, that's my dog right there. Alway gonna always be the dog. Um, Steve Atwater, he was just so. This is another thing is too. This is I got his address. It's there. Nice, nice. Getting back to writing my book about the Broncos. And see that I have a different take on the Broncos too, though, because like, oh, I got one of these too. I built this too. You see this? It's a dart board, homies. And look at I got the players of the enemigos on there, bro. I throw darts at all the enemies, bro. It's a dartboard that I built. Got these little stickers. I'm gonna go laminate it. We got the Chargers. We got the Chokers, the Queefs, the Raiders. You know what I'm saying? Like that's a little dartboard I'm coming out with. Um, I'm a little interesting, man, when it comes to Broncos country too, because my point of view, my mindset, and I've argued with a lot of Bronco fans over this. The most important, and we had discussions on here too, the most important Bronco of all times. No, the most important running back of Broncos history, it's not Terrell Davis to me. It's not. It's not Terrell Davis. My most important running back of all time was Floyd Little. Floyd Little was the most important Bronco running back in history. And the reason why I say that is because if it wasn't for him, we wouldn't have the Denver Broncos. He's the one that actually did the footwork to keep the Broncos in Denver. They were going to get sold. So, Terrell Davis was the biggest, most important piece of the Super Bowl, definitely. You know what I'm saying? But I always argue that Floyd Little was more important than Terrell Davis to me, you know? Because, like I said, our city wouldn't have a football team if it wasn't for Floyd Little. But I'm weird too, bro. You know what I'm saying? My mindset sometimes it goes left. It goes left. You know what I'm saying? He was a beast, yeah. Floyd Little, I got his jersey over here too, man. I got Floyd Little's jersey. But when you talk to me Broncos, I'm not talking from a normal fan either, homie. Like I'm not talking from an everyday fan that just does it for a pastime, bro. Like I'm literally embedded in Broncos 365 days, bro. So, I can actually sit down and watch Bronco shit all the time on the television, bro. I could watch the old school history of the Broncos. I can watch the whole rundown of the Super Bowl years. You know what I'm saying? I'm a different type of Bronco fan, bro. I take that shit very. It's a way of life for me, bro. You know. So when other people are doing other things, bro, I rather watch Broncos fucking history than fucking play a game on the PS5. I'm just that kind of person. I grew up in this shit, you know what I'm saying? Third generation, bro. Like it means a whole lot more to me than just the average fan. But then again, too, I was kind of around the Broncos community, like in Denver, when you're bedded in that shit, bro, and you go to the Ticks, you go to like the Ticks, fucking little meetup groups and different family members, a part of big old fan groups, and you're a part of the fucking tailgates when you're young, homie. That shit embeds in you, bro. Like That shit in bed. And then to see my great grandma, homie, Grandma Mickey, bro, and her whole dream before she passed away was to see the Broncos win a Super Bowl. She went through so many bad years with the Broncos, and my grandma was the biggest Bronco fan ever. Grandma Mickey, bro. And to see her finally have a smile on her face in 97, that shit just did something to me. Like, this is what it's all about, the passion. If the females in my family, bro, if the females in my family were that passionate, that shit rubbed off of me because that shit was like, it just embedded. I was locked up with Clarence K from the Bronco King Country. Nice. Hell yeah, salute to him, man. Salute to him. Agree, Sev. Floyd Little was the first Bronco star. A lot of people forgot how much. Hell yeah. And to that point, first star, bro. First star, the bow-legged running back of the Broncos. And he was a Hall of Famer, carried the Broncos to 77, bro. With nothing around him, homie. It was all him. There's nothing more important to there. He's one of the biggest pieces, bro. That's why, like, when we argue that fact, homie, when we argue that fact, Floyd Little, bro, he was one of the most important pieces of this franchise. You know, real shit. Out of Syracuse, I got Ron autograph too, and a few other dudes. Nice, homie. Yeah, that's tight, homie. That's tight, bro. That's tight. You know, that's dope, bro. Like, keep them. Always keep them, bro. Always keep them in the heart, bro. Like, don't let them things go, man. And this is the cool part about it, homies. This is the cool part about it. And what I urge my other fellow Bronco fans and fools that's really been through like everything for the Broncos, like, find a way that you actually love this team genuinely, because that's basically what Bronco maniacs and the real Broncos country. I'm not saying none of this new era shit, bro. The real Broncos country, I'm talking about when the Broncos never had Super Bowls and you had South Standers, bro, that the Broncos meant everything to them. That's what it really was about. It was really about loving this team. The new Bronco fans, homie, I can't say new Bronco fans are like that no more. I met a lot of watered down new Bronco fans. Fools that just, they don't even know what it is to be a real Bronco fan. Fools that will say the most dumbest shit just to get some views and clicks, bro. And don't even have the real passion of Broncos country. Like, don't be them fans, man. Don't be them fans, because that shit is such a bad look on you. You just look like a fucking weirdo. You just look like a person trying to infiltrate something that you'll never be on the caliber to even root for. If you ain't never, you know, that's why I get a lot. That's why I get mad that's why in the past you done seen me trip on content creators that use the logo of the Broncos to get views and clicks. That's why. That's why. It's because the shit that I take to the heart for this team, they play with it. And I'm not and like, just because you wear a Broncos logo don't mean that I actually acknowledge you as a real Bronco fan. To be real. Because it's not just about a game, bro. It's about really living the life of being a Bronco fan, homie. Yeah, if you don't have the passion like Barrel Man, bro, everybody, I was taught this from my grandpa. You be the best in what you do, bro. And if you don't have that passion like Barrel Man, bro, and you don't try to have that type of passion, what are you doing this for? What are you doing this for? I don't understand it. And maybe to be real, that's why you might always be considered an average person. You don't really go. It's like, let's not get out. I don't want to turn this into anything hateful. But yeah, you should always do stuff to the best of your ability, bro. Love the team. People don't use the team just to boost your name. Yeah, bro. And that's the thing I caught. I gotta be real, bro. I love Peyton Manning. I never considered him a real Bronco to recently. To be honest, bro, I know people are gonna say you're crazy, but nah, Peyton Manning was never a Bronco to me, even his whole time being with the Broncos. And I know that's gonna hurt people, and people will argue, but to me, he was just a Reno. But now he moved out here to the community of Denver, and he's at all the Nuggets games. He's at all the Avalanche games. This fool is embedded with the Broncos, and he stayed out. He stayed after he retired in Colorado. Now I can honestly feel good to say, homie's a real Bronco. He had to show me by actions. Like, I don't just consider people that just come over here from another team a Bronco. But now I have the utmost for Peyton Manning because he could have said he was a Colt. He could have said that shit. But he stayed out here, bro, and he's still embedded in the Broncos community. And that's how I feel now. He's really a Bronco. He's solidified as a Bronco. It's hard to get that. It's hard to get that from Savage, bro. Because I'm not just because you come from somewhere else and you come to the team, bro. I don't just automatically just say you're a Bronco. You gotta do something tremendous for the organization to be 100. Um, Barrel Man is the best Bronco fan ever, bro. Barrel Man was the first Bronco to show you represent the Broncos in enemy territory. You don't never be scared to represent your Broncos. He used to go to Oakland, homie, and the Oakland Raider fans used to show that fool love. Like he had it like that. You know why? Because he was an honorable dude and he had the passion, bro. You know, and he gets recognized by other fan bases, homie. He does. And I know that's not a big aspect to people, but if you're not recognized by other fan bases for being a top tier fan, you ain't really doing your job. Because it's easy to represent around other people that say they're Bronco fans, but if you don't get that recognition from other people that be like, he's a real one, I don't know if you're doing your job right. You know what I'm saying? And that's how I see it, bro. Like, you know, damn, spam calls. Uh Met that dude. Yeah, see, that's what I'm talking about. Met the dude twice at the old Mile High Stadium and once in Oakland. A real life rider, bro. That 2025 don't breed that shit no more. Don't breed that no more, bro. Because people ain't really, it's not like the old days, bro. It's not like the old days. People from Colorado don't never represent their state correctly. No love, G. Yeah, I mean, and it's hard. That's a hard fact, bro. And I back you up on that statement. That's why I get so aggravated. I get aggravated, homie. I do get aggravated at a lot of the Denver Metro because reality is, bro, it's like I don't know if maybe it's just not in them to do that aspect, but you have to sometimes be an alpha and just be like, yeah, this is where I'm from. I'm gonna represent this shit to the fullest, bro, and people are gonna know. Like that's what it is, you know. He helped us get a Super Bowl, so he a Bronco to me, and plus he still rock with the team. Yeah, not definitely, bro. I had to come to a realization recently that he a real life Bronco. When I seen him messing with the Broncos still, and he was at the Nuggets and he was in the community, he was at the Nuggets games, and he still prefers himself as us. I said, oh yeah, Peyton Manning got my respect. Peyton Manning got my respect. But for a long time, I always seen him as a Colt. You know, I always seen him as a Colt, bro. You know, but he let them fools know, homie, like, nah, I don't really see myself as a Colt. Then you had to literally do something to make that fool not want to be a part of you in any way. You know, they got a statue outside their stadium and Peyton Manning still. He sees himself as a Bronco more than he sees himself as a Colt. And there was a big ass argument on Twitter about is Peyton Manning more of a Bronco or is he more of a Colt? And now I truly like he made the decision. It didn't even have to be Bronco fans. He made the decision, bro. He made the decision. Respect where you're from. Go to love your own city in all aspects. Yeah, you have to, bro. Like you have to. You have to respect where you're from, bro. That's who you are. If you don't respect where you're from and like represent it to the fullest, you're just trying to be something you're not. You're just trying to be something you're not. You know what I'm saying? To be real. Like, if you can't be true to yourself, you're just trying to be something that you're really not. Like, I've met people like that, bro. I've met people that are actually just rooted from Denver, bro, and act like they're from other cities because they've been there one time. What? What? What's really going on, bro? What's really going on? We love our city, homie. Real fools love the city, bro. Real fools love the city. You know why I love the city so much? Because I was born here. And another thing is too, we only have ourselves, bro. We only have each other. In the city, we only have each other, bro. And I honestly could say this: the real fools I know that have respect in the city, that represent the city, I think that you could put them fools anywhere and they're gonna last, homie. They're gonna survive because they just have that mindset. They got that real warrior blood in them. The real Denver natives, bro, that real warrior blood. Hell yeah, homie. It's better than them. The DNA. Yeah, nah, and I guess that's the discussion. A Fizzle, how does he feel about it? I think he has some hurt feelings that they let him go, but we rejuvenated the boy. That's my boy right there. That's the dog. That's the homie, man. Pay him Manny, man. Pay him Manny. Oh, to get back to what I was saying though, I, much respect for what he did to the city, what he did for the city. Um, but that's where I think to be 100, this is the reality, is the fan base came so watered down after paying Manny, bro. I've never seen a dramatic change in how the fans started acting. A lot of Broncos country that I know, they started being little pessimistic. And it's hard for me to say this, but this is the truth. They started being the most pessimistic, crybaby ass, tantrum throwing, never satisfied with anything, giving up on every ounce of fucking Broncos football. And it's just like, homie, this is not, we never were that type of, we love this team no matter what. And I'm not saying you baby the actions of what the Broncos are doing. Don't give me like, don't misconstrue my words. What I'm saying is everybody thought they were smarter than the actual franchise. Everybody giving you their opinions, and then if they don't agree with this shit, now it's fuck the Broncos, and I'm so sick of this team, and everything that the Broncos did, it was just people arguing and crying, and I'm like, homie, shut the fuck up. Like, be quiet. Either ride or don't ride. And that's where my attitude started fucking coming. Like, ride or don't ride, homie. Or kick rocks. Like, real shit. Because I'm tired of hearing all you crybaby ass motherfuckers, because you guys obviously just don't know how to just hold the motherfucker team with respect, homie, and just hold it up. Like, you fools are acting worse than like a lot of fan bases that I know, bro, that's been in purgatory for years, and you fools are crying more. See that, and now I'm going off of a tangent, but that's the truth, homie. And you guys think you got the audacity to say you're Broncos country, but cry about every fucking move. Like, shut up, homie. Be quiet. Because none of that shit's helping. None of that shit's helping. You just make me more depressed. I don't even want to talk to you about Broncos country. Because you don't even know what the fuck you're talking about. Be quiet. It's the same, and this is my whole argument, and this is the reality, is that these are the same people that were down on Sean Payton when he drafted Bo Nix, saying that Sean Payton didn't know what the fuck he was talking about. You idiots all look stupid because Sean Payton absolutely knew what he was talking about, and it's shown by their actions, right? It's shown by his actions. But you dummies, and I'm not saying you guys, I'm talking now because now the passionate shit coming out. The dummies out there thought they knew more about football than Sean Payton, actually a fool that got receipts and a resume, homie, and said, oh, that's a reach and this and that. And now it's them same fools that bash Sean Payton, bash Bo Nix in this community, in the Broncos community, now acting like they're the biggest Bo Nix fans. I mean, that's the shit that just throws me over the edge because you motherfuckers was crying, bro, but now you're acting like the biggest fans ever. Mind blowing. I just ignored the shaky fans. No, I ignore them too, bro. But I literally, fools actually done came and tried to tell me something about this football team. You can't tell me shit about this football team. I'm sorry to say, bro. I really do this. I'm really embedded in this shit. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers just need to know their place. They need to know their place. You either down here or you here. Most of the motherfuckers that try to talk this Broncos football and this Bronco team, y'all down here, homie. Don't try to tell me anything about this squad because obviously you don't watch it. You know what I'm saying? But I had the Manuel Sanders of Hubba John. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Shout out, man. Good vibes. You know what I'm saying? I just had to sometimes get that off the chest, you know. But we're in a better direction all across the board, bro. All across the board. We got some good shit. We got some exciting shit with this team, man. Like, no Bronco fan at this point should actually just feel down and out. I see it a little bit. I see it a little bit, and it's understandable. It's understandable. Like, people still have it in the back of their mind. People still have it in the back of their mind the Broncos are going to fuck shit up. You know what I'm saying? People still have it because of just the situations that happen since Payton Manning. I understand that completely. But you got to understand, you're dealing with people that really know football. You're dealing with a real coach. That's the difference, homie, is if you compare and contrast the other people that were at the helm of the Broncos since Payton Manning, all them dudes put together don't compare it to Sean Payton, bro. Sean Payton is on a whole different level, bro. And he knows what it takes. He knows what it takes. And you got big boys running the team now. And if you can honestly say at this point that you ain't seen the dramatic change in just a year, you obviously just, I don't know what you're watching. I really don't know what you're watching. Because it showed dramatically how fast the culture could be changed. Sean Payton got these boys on fire. The culture changed, homie. Because if you don't have it up here and your mindset is not to win, and you don't believe in yourself, you're not gonna ever win. You're not ever gonna win. And let's be real. A lot of the players didn't believe that they actually had it in here to win. They were already counting themselves out, bro. You know. I love the new direction, bro. I love the new direction. I love the new direction of the team. I love it. You know, I hit another Bo Nix rookie. Yeah, man. Bo Nix is the truth, bro. That's my next jersey. I don't usually get players like new players, but I feel like Bo Nix, I feel like he's gonna be here for a long time, bro. And I feel like Bo Nix is starting something new. I feel like Bo Nix is starting something new, bro. We're gonna have a long road of success. We got a lot of time, bro. And you know, with Bo Nix, a quarterback that understands a lot and he's willing to learn. You build around this dude like they are. You build around this dude like they are, bro. This is years of success coming, homie. You know, years of success coming, bro. He's a new face in this league, bro, that people are gonna have to respect. You don't have to, like, you could act like you don't respect it, but he gonna make you pay for that shit. You know what I'm saying? He gonna make you pay for that shit. And I'm loving every ounce of it. I love all the progression and the process. They got Franklin too, the Oregon wide receiver. Yeah, so think about that shit. Think about it. Think about it in your mind. if they could get the chemistry all together, bro, and they got Franklin and Mims, speed. That's pure speed, right? They got Franklin and Mims, pure speed, homie. And then you put that on the field with Cortland Sutton, right? And then you put that on the field with the new fool from Illinois, and you got Evan Ingram at tight end. You got a running game, nice offensive line, high powered, high powered, down the field threats, speed down the field all game. Like, I mean, if they put this together and they hit on this shit, bro, I could, like, that's licking chops all the way. Like, damn, it's coming together, bro. Now you have a defense that's going to hold them. You got a defense that actually is just going to, it's going to hold teams to low scoring. You're not going to be able to really score on this defense. And you know what's more impressive, homies, is that this is all new. This is a young roster, homie. This is not like the Chargers and they got an old ass quarterback that's trying to find his window, right? They got an old ass quarterback that's trying to find his window that ain't never went through the window with Justin Herbert, bro. Like they're trying, they have like age is creeping up. The Chiefs' age is creeping up. The Raiders, the Raiders, they're the Raiders. We're gonna see what they do, but it's the Raiders. They can trick off all kinds of talent. You can be over impressed with the Raiders, overhyped, but somehow just because the culture of the Raiders have been terrible since the 80s. When I look at it, the Broncos are a young roster with fire, and the defense side of the ball is ridiculous. And they got a lot of young pieces, man, that for years, this is a new beginning. Last year was the new beginning. Them getting in the playoffs, it's only getting better from here on out. Like, and that's what we have to look. That's why when people say that the Broncos can win the division, it's not far-fetched. It's not hard to believe in that shit. It's not hard to believe in that shit. It's like, damn, bro, what up, George? That's another thing is too, they're losing wide receivers. That's the first we got to sign that order, man, bro, right? Chiefs got to get knocked off on me. Like, I wouldn't mind if the Chargers knock off the Chiefs, the Broncos knock off the Chiefs. Like, the Chiefs they gotta be balanced out. Like, and I know they got Patrick Mahomes, bro, but they had Patrick Mahomes in the Super Bowl also, bro, and they got victimized. The Chiefs got victimized with Patrick Mahomes. That has to be a blueprint. We have to learn off of the Eagles how they did that shit. People got to start teeing in on this dude Patrick Mahomes, how the Eagles did. And honestly, I believe 100% the Broncos have the formula to do that shit. Neutralize this dude. Because honestly, like, that's the top dog, right? Right now, that's why, like, for my aspect, when I look at it, the Chiefs at this point, till it's proven otherwise, and I see it coming, the Chiefs right now, I still think that they're at the top of the division, but I don't think that they're untouchable. I don't think they're untouchable. It's not a given. It's not just a given that they're going to get the division. Teams can take it from them. They can take it from them. Nice. Hell yeah. I've been working this whole week, my brother. Bro. I'm still tapped in, Sev. I'm just watching the Gators softball. I'm working on a baseball vlog. Nice. Hey, y'all go tap into the homie A Fizzle Productions. He got some good material. He got some good ass material. He even does Bronco content too. Tap in, man, sub him up. So we have state inspections and the city inspections. So we been having to do nothing but get the whole job site perfect. I hate that shit, bro. That puts a lot of stress on people. Nah, but it's gonna be fun to watch this shit, bro. And I'm honestly, I'm looking forward to it because, homie, the standards of the squad, bro, like the standards of Broncos country, it was never in an aspect, bro, where we were cool on settling to being having so much struggle, bro. Hell nah. My whole life, bro, we held the standard of what success was up here. And we got to get back to that. We have to. It's mandatory. Mandatory. Can't stop, won't stop. It's mandatory. You know? Oh, shit. Let's watch one little thing and then I'm going to 100%. You know what it is, George. You know, that's what we do over here, man. Box State business. That's my next jersey, man. It's Bo Nix. Either Patrick Surtain or Bo Nix, but I think Bo Nix because he's the quarterback of the squad. That's the leader of the squad, my fellas. Who is this guy? Who's the Broncos? Let's
Thank goodness we only have 4 more days to wait until we see Denver Broncos suiting up for offseason OTAs. But in the meantime, your Denver Broncos are named in somewhat of a massive trade for a playmaker. Would it be a wise move to do, or should we hold off on it? We get great news about how great this running game is going to be with Audric Estime and RJ Harvey. That and way more in this video. If you're new to the channel, we just hit 25,000 subs. My mind is absolutely blown. It is amazing to have you all around for the ride. Let's dive in here. This is the time of year where Sean Payton is getting antsy. He makes moves at this time of year.
All right, let's see what he's doing. Let's see what they're doing.
2 years ago that we traded away Albert Okwuegbunam because we felt like we were good at the tight end position. A few years ago, we traded for Will Lutz because we wanted to upgrade our kicker. We know last year at this time we were in conversations with the 49ers about a trade for Cortland Sutton. Sean Payton knows that at this time next year, we have a bunch of guys who are very, very productive for this team that we have to make a choice right now. Are we going to pay them, or are we going to try to get something for them in in the trade market? And if you take a look here, we looked at this graphic yesterday, but man, a lot of the best pass rush in the entire NFL, and that's a cold hard fact, came from a lot of the names who the Broncos have to choose. Are we going to pay them? Do we feel like we have a platoon of edge rushers and we can just keep?
All right, people, I'm going to actually tap out. I'm going to tap out for the rest of the day, man. I got to go. Stay blessed, everyone. Hey, I'm going to tap out too, man. I appreciate everybody pulling up. Mall high salute to the real ones. Mall high salute to all the real ones out there. Hope you guys enjoy your weekend, man. It's Memorial Weekend. We link up soon, bro. Yeah, definitely, man. Concert next Sunday. It's going down. Box State business. Meet and greet. Arapo True's birthday bash. I'm performing. It's going down, bro. It's going to be a great atmosphere. If you decide y'all want to pull up, we got tickets at the door. They're going to be at the box office over there. They're going to be a little more expensive, but you know what it is. Come with your formats. It's going down, man. I got the Bo Nix saved for you. Let's go, Rodders. Mile High salute, man. Box State business. You know the logo. And until next one, homie, y'all be good. Let's go.